Hey everybody, welcome to Flight Simulator 2020. David here. Thanks for joining along. Today we are in the CRJ 1000 Binter livery. Going from Gran Canaria, I hope I'm saying that right, to Tenerife North. Golf Charlie Lima Papa and over to Golf Charlie X-Ray Oscar. Going to be going up to just the flight level. There's a jet there. I think they do have a military base on this airport, but it's on the other side over here. I know they got a whole bunch of military hangars, but it's definitely not supposed to have a typhoon right here. We're just going to be going up to 12,000. Go ahead and set that now. I didn't really want to, with this short hop, I didn't really want to go through the startup process. I will try to do that next time. All of our lights are looking good. Block fuel, let me check, is going to be 2623. Not much. And we're going full passengers. That'll work. And full passengers, go ahead and set payload and simulator and set all of our speeds there. Flight plan hasn't been working too well with SimBrief import. GCLP to GCXO. Let me double check. GCXO, good. I did not download it. Forgive me, give me just 1 second here. Downloads and move it to my work folder. Okay, we should be good to go now, and we will add it to our route. Route loaded, execute. Check out our legs here. Our discontinuity right there. Okay, doesn't have our arrival set in here. We're going to be going into there are no, that's not right. I know there are ILSs, but I guess not in the sim. And oh, that's on my departure. Duh. Ha! I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. ILS 12 Yankee. And we're just going to do vectors. We're not going to be doing any stars in here, or at least SimBrief doesn't have us with any stars. Okay, now let's go back to our legs. Get rid of that discontinuity right there. We'll keep the vectors in. Execute. Alrighty. Good to go. Set our takeoff speed at 210. Okay, go ahead and hit speed and our nav mode. We are on FMS1. Good. We are ready for takeoff. Now I can go ahead and close this out. Don't need a pushback, I don't think. There's our runway behind us. We're going to be taking off from 03 right here. I'll go ahead and see if it can give me a pushback. No pushback tug available, okay. Let me check our ATIS here. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait. 3009er. Okay. Set that down here. 3009er. Okay. Good to go there. We're just going to have to run over this truck here. Or you know what, I can go ahead and just take the parking brake off. Lift that up, I don't like it in the way. Go ahead and just activate our reversers here. while I'm thinking about it, I will go ahead and turn on the replay function here. Good. And go ahead and get our wing view set up here. That's my favorite one. And we can go ahead and clear out of reverse. Back in the cockpit. Come to a stop. And put in about 30% power here. And that should get us going good for taxi here. Taxi lights are on. I do have, I downloaded both of them from flightsim.to, photogrammetry cities for both Gran Canaria, and Tenerife North. They both look great. Go ahead and turn this yaw damper on. I didn't think that we were supposed to take off with the yaw damper on, but apparently in the CRJ we are, according to the checklists. And we've got our flaps set to 2. Bring our legs page back to 1 here. Good. Quick double check of everything. Altitude, nav is checked, speed is checked. 210. Good. Engaged. Okay, we are pretty much ready for takeoff. Besides our lights here. Got a good little taxi to the runway here. Go ahead and cross 3 left to get to 3 right. Not a long flight at all, under 30 minutes. 12,000 feet. I mean, that'll pretty much tell you right there. I did the, I was going to do a flight for 2 legs. And this airport was my first destination, and then I was going to do this flight that I'm doing now as my second leg. And I just finished the flight. It was about a 30-minute flight. Went well. The landing was really good. Takeoff was really good. Everything went well. But then when I went to go do my replay, it froze up on me and crashed to the desktop. So I didn't get my replays, and I can't have that. I just deleted it and decided to just do this leg instead of recreating the whole hour worth of flight that I did on the first leg. So now I'm just, these are the 2 main islands that I really wanted to check out. Was Gran Canaria and Tenerife North. The photogrammetry in these cities are spectacular. They look amazing. If you haven't checked them out, I know there's like 2 of them out for each one. For this city and Tenerife, but you'll know which one to pick when you see it. I forget the name of the developer. There's 2 of them that have photogrammetry cities, and you'll see. I think it's even the one with the most downloads, but it's a clear night and day difference of the 2. Alright. Let's see if I should take this one. I'm going to take my, well, I will go ahead and take this because I think that one brings me back around to meet up with this anyway. So we'll take this. Well, I said it was military, but it doesn't look like military. It might be. It might be. I don't know why they would have military base out here anyway. Forgive me, I don't know either way. I just said that because on the map from the main menu, it looks like it's a military style setup. So I was just pretty much guessing. Go ahead and turn on our landing lights as we cross the runway here. I never advised you anything. I wonder what, if anybody knows, let me know, please. I've always wondered what sets that off. Me coming up to the runway, or does it know when I'm getting to the runway? Because it's definitely not the lights. It did that before I even hit the lights. But here we are, coming up to 3 right. Ready for takeoff. We're going to be flying right over the city here on takeoff. Y'all will be able to see the how cool it looks. I'd have been flying this area a long time ago if I did my homework and looked on flightsim.to and saw that they had it. I'm gonna have to start finding a lot of other cities with photogrammetry on flightsim.to. One of them was pretty big. It was like 6 gig or 5 gig. The other one was like 2 gig around. Alright. Let me see for sure. This one, SimBrief has got us at 23 minutes of airtime. So we are gonna see how correct they are. Good, good, good. Okay. Go ahead and start our timer. Good to go. 50%. And toga. Our V2 speed of 150, and now. Not bad with a 10 knot crosswind. Gear up. Okay, we can go ahead and bring our power back to climb. And stay on our heading. Flaps up 1 notch. Trim our aircraft down to stay at about 210. And actually I'll go ahead and bring the flaps up. And I'll go ahead and engage the autopilot just so we can get some views here. Alright, autopilot is engaged. Turn off our taxi light and our logo light. Let's get a little wing view going here first. We are climbing, huh? Let's see. What vertical speed am I on right now? Climbing 3,300 feet per minute. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the speed up to 250. Should be taking our left turn here in a minute. Wait a second. It's not following it. I don't know what is going on with that. Let me check the flight plan. It was not supposed to turn right. I knew something was up. So I'll go ahead and go to heading mode for the second. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna go direct to that one. Where are we at? Where's my... Now I can go back to nav mode. We'll see, it put another point out there on for me. I don't know what is up with that, but let's see where it takes us. Now we're getting a little too high to view the city properly. Coming up on 10,000. I'm not even sure if that's our transition altitude or not out here. Come on, level me off here. There we go. Yeah, it's not going to pick up the photogrammetry as good from this high. Alright, up to our cruising altitude. Just about. Bring this power back so we don't overspeed. That's some good looking photogrammetry right there. That's going to be fun to take the R44 out for a flight on. Alright, coming through 320 here. Bring our power back a little bit more. We can go ahead and leave the seatbelt signs on for the whole flight here. We are not far, we're less than 80 miles away, 80 nautical miles. Forgive the graphics there. My computer is not the greatest. Looks like we're gonna have pretty good weather this short little flight. Let's check our altitude here, see if we can... Where's my index? Right there. Database. Golf Charlie X-ray Oscar. Alright, elevation is 2,077. Set to 0 now. Ooh, I was close. Got to 2,000. Ha! 20, 40, 60, 80. I'm not sure if you're supposed to go under or over on that number, but 2080 will do. Let's see our legs here. 4,000 around there. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my vector here. Before that seems to cause problems, like on our takeoff there. Go ahead and bring us down to, actually I'm going to bring us down to 10,000, then we'll lower our speed. That was pretty quick, 9 minutes in. And we'll go ahead and try to check our ATIS here. Los Rodeos. That's the name of it. 3012. And we are set. Good there. We're not using ATC today. Coming up to 10,000. Start to bring that power back. Some nice looking clouds today. And I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to heading mode. I'm going to try to fly us over the city here so we can see this one just like we saw the last one. Bring our altitude down just a little bit more. Bring down to about 7,500. 7765. Once I get down to about 220, 210, I'm going to hit my speed mode. Alright, coming up on 220, hit our speed mode there. Click on our landing lights here, our strobes, logo, and taxi. Get a little haze going on too. I like the haze that they've added with the new Sim Update 7. Let's see if I can not sure what my minimums are. I should have checked, but we're not really doing this flight by the book too much anyway, so. Alright, I'm going to actually come in and make a right downwind here so we can check the city out. Bring our power back up. And we'll go ahead and start our descent, but in vertical speed mode this time. Up 500 feet per minute would be good. Still got to watch out for this mountain right here. We're going to turn right before it though, on our right downwind. There's the city starting to come into view. Actually, I'm going to decrease my vertical speed mode just a bit, just so we don't, my speed's getting up there to 252. I need to start watching it. Turn my heading just a bit so I don't run into that mountain without looking. Okay. There it is. You can download this from flightsim.to. You might have better luck with the with it coming in than I have, but it looks good nevertheless. Got a port there. And I love this airport, especially coming in from this angle, because you got an uphill airport. Everything's going uphill from down here, so it makes it very deceiving looking. Oh. Let it load in. Let it load in. That's a big skip right there. Come on. I think one of the big reasons I get laggy performance like this is my track IR. It doesn't like it. My computer doesn't. I guess that's the scenery underneath it. That looks kind of funny. And there's the airport. Beautiful little island though. Can't believe I've never flown here before until now. That whole time I got lucky I wasn't checking my speed. Luckily I stayed around 240. It's already picked up our ILS here. Go ahead and switch it over to localizer 1. Wait till our glide slope rises up. And I'll go ahead and bring it down a little quicker now. Well, it is. I flew around here last night. It didn't seem to have this much of a problem, probably because I'm recording as well. Alright, we'll bring our speed down to around 200, slowly bringing it to 180. We'll kick in our first notch of flaps. Looking good there. Go ahead and set this. Okay, looking good. And we should start seeing that glide slope rise up any second now. We are at 5,200. Go ahead and kick in that first notch. There it is, rising up for us. Start to take a little bit of a turn. to parallel ourselves. And coming up to 180, pull our power up, and second notch of flaps. About right where I want to be is around 180. Until we start to descend on our glide slope here. Then I'll bring it back down to about 160 for our approach, roughly. All of our lights are good, passenger signs good, reversers armed. We are ready for landing, pretty much. Let's see if we can get a butter here. I've got it recording, so we're going to have a replay. Hopefully it doesn't crash the desktop on me like it did the last time. Alright, I'm going to bring it out just another mile or so. Just to make sure that we get, because the CRJ has been having problems, even though it's got the localizer picked up, it unless I'm pretty much directly in line with it, it won't capture the localizer. Alright, now we can go ahead and start heading in. Still around 180, about 67% power, 68%. Yeah, 67.8. Gotta add a little power on these turns too. But then I gotta remember to bring it back after we level. Go ahead and tick in that third notch of flaps there. Increase our power a little bit. Looking good. And start to turn in a little more. See if we can get it this time. Hit our localizer 1. Should pick it up as soon as we... It really should have picked it up already, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and bring my altitude down just a bit. And activate our approach. Looking good, it's picking up the ILS good. It's still at about 170, a little bit slower than I want to be, but our alternate airport is also our departure airport. So we've still got 1900 in our fuel. Alright, here comes our approach. Lower the speed down a little bit. Here we go. Glide slope is active. Reduce that power as we come down. Not too much though. Still don't have the airport in sight. I think it's going to be right here. Got 2-knot headwind, so this should be a nice setup for a butter here. Yeah, I love the haze. It really makes the sim more alive now. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt when you're flying a GA aircraft or something. You're just piddling around, but yeah, there's our airport right there. Okay, steady at 160. Bring in that fourth notch. Bring our power in, because that these last two stages of flaps will really kill the speed here. And we can go ahead and lower our gear. Looking good. Speed's looking good. Alright, and I'll go ahead and kick in that last stage of flaps. Power back just a bit, and flaps are full. Speed is decreasing, and increase the throttle. I'm going to stay around 150. A little high on the slope here. Oh, now we've got a looks like a 7 to 9 knot headwind here. Alright, I'll go ahead and take over myself, disconnecting the autopilot. I have control. Yeah, that wind is a little wimpy 8 knots is really doing something to us here. A little below the glide slope. Getting a little slow. Bring up my power to about 70%. It says we're low, but the Pappies say otherwise. 400 above. Offloaded. Alright. Reverser's out. Manual brake. I floated it. And we might be able to turn here. And we are. Some rough braking on the passengers there, but they'll get over it. They're fake. I don't even think we were supposed to turn there. Well, there we were. Alright, good landing. Good landing. Except for the floaty.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
I really like the clouds there on our approach, or on our downwind anyway. I just wish my computer could handle them a little better with the how grainy they are still. And I have the my settings are still set to default high end. I haven't changed anything. I just set it to default and let it be default high end and let it be. Even if I turn the clouds up to ultra, it still doesn't make a difference. I'm not sure what exactly controls the that in the clouds. You know what? I forgot to bring my flaps up here. And I forgot to turn the landing lights off. I should have stopped back there. Leave my taxis on. And I'll go ahead and turn here and park. Looks like that tug is going to be in my way. Maybe not. Looked like it, but bring that power out. Boy, that's a long one right there. Looking good and perfect. Set that parking brake. Man, this thing is skipping. Not bad. We could have pulled up a little bit more. Yeah, that's a long jetway. That's the longest one I've seen in the sim. Alright, let's check this landing out, and I appreciate everybody watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.